Prime Minister's being urged to consider paying farmers to leave their land as the drought crisis shows no sign of improving. Live now to political reporter Eliza Edwards here at Parliament House in Canberra. Eliza, as part of several measures the farm lobby's pushing for.
That's right, Annalise. The NFF has put forward 6 policy suggestions for the government to consider adopting to confront the ongoing drought crisis. Some of the measures include payroll subsidies for businesses equal to New Start, urgent local council rate relief, rural school funding, help to eradicate the feral pig population, and exit packages, which would essentially provide financial incentives for farmers to leave their land if they've run out of other options. Now, the NFF President Fiona Simpson says this would always be a heartbreaking decision for farming families to make.
And sometimes, making these decisions, if they're looking at leaving a farm and a business that's been in their family for some time, it's going to be a terrible decision that they're going to have to make. So we really feel that these people need to be supported. They're supported by counselling and mental health arrangements, which is there now. They've been supported by different support measures on the table, like the family health payments and payments they've received through CWA and others. And really, we need to stand and help them.
Annalise, we'll hear the response from Nationals MP Keith Pitt in a couple of minutes, but Labor's Tanya Plibersek said this morning that whatever happens, it's clear farmers need more support.
The government has kicked 600 people off the farm assistance payment. There's another 500 who'll lose it before Christmas. At a time like this, an unprecedented, extraordinary time, that just seems cruel. If there are other measures that we can work with the government on, of course we'll do that too.
And Eliza, a delegation of federal MPs will travel to China in December, including one very outspoken critic of Beijing.
That's right. The West Australian's reporting today that Andrew Hastie will be among a delegation of federal MPs heading to Beijing in December. He's been a vocal critic of the Chinese government. In August, he compared the West's response to the rise of China to France's response to the rise of Nazi Germany. Nevertheless, he's accepted this invitation to attend this study tour. The Home Affairs Minister, Peter Dutton, wasn't asked about that today, but he did have a lot to say about the fact that Daniel Andrews, the Victorian Premier, is in China now. He criticised Victoria's decision to participate in the Belt and Road Initiative, which is often described as dangerous debt diplomacy. Let's take a look at Peter Dutton's comments.
Well, you'd have to ask Daniel Andrews. I mean, why does he believe this is in our national interest? Why does he believe it's in Victorian interest? Well, it's a decision that's been made by Mr Andrews, so he can justify the decision. I haven't heard the rationale or the reasoning behind what seemed to be a pretty rushed decision.
With a Victorian Premier in China and these federal MPs going in a couple of months' time, the question remains when the Prime Minister will be invited to head to Beijing. Annalise?